What's going on, YouTube? Lil Unk back there with another reaction. Today we got John Starks on Michael Jordan's hilarious trash talk, man. The last Michael Jordan reaction will be at the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. We're gonna roll to 5,000 subscribers. Make sure you tell me which one we react to next and turn on post notifications. Links in the description. Without further introduction, let's get into it, man.
Welcome to another episode in the Michael Jordan series collection. We are doing 23 Michael Jordan videos in 23 days. Today we're looking at John Starks and Michael Jordan and the rivalry between these two players. And John Starks tells the story of Michael Jordan's trash talk. He also talks about what happened in these fights, the 54-point revenge game when MJ was down 2-0 in the playoffs. And lastly, he tells the story of when Michael Jordan came out of retirement to drop 52 points on his own teammate, Scottie Pippen, and he talked trash to Scottie as well. These are the stories, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you've been enjoying the series, I'd greatly appreciate if you guys could help me out by hitting that like button. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for the next episode tomorrow. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification so you're notified when a new episode releases. There's also a playlist that has every single MJ story that has been made so far on the top right of your screen and in the description box. And also be sure to check out the full content and footage used in this video in their entirety, which is in the description and on the screen right now. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so I hope you guys enjoy the video.
John, you guys had so many battles against Jordan's Bulls in the 90s. Any anecdotes that you can share about maybe some of the things that Jordan said in the middle of those games or some of the other Bulls said during those games? Now, remember, this is a rated G program, but maybe you have a good story or two.
Okay, so now tell me the experience. You got Michael Jordan. You got to guard Michael Jordan, right?
You know, whenever you get a chance to play against someone like Michael Jordan, for me personally, the one-on-one matchups was fun to me because the level of competition, you know, that he brought every single night, you had to raise your game up. And so in college, I used to have my wife
made everybody rise to his level.
I used to have her take all Chicago Bulls games, and so I would watch him when I come home, and so I used to study him all the time. And so when I got the opportunity to play against him, I had already played against him in my mind.
Proper preparation, man.
Does he talk a lot on court?
No, he don't talk unless you talk to him. And you don't want to do that.
Michael Jordan has ignited the crowd. He started that by talking to the young John Starks and causing him to lose his concentration. We've seen it before. He was talking at the time.
What'd he tell you? What'd he say?
Well, he told me before the night over, you're going to be calling me Mr. Jordan. You know?
Starks punched it away, and you saw Michael with conversation. Look at Starks right back at him. The one thing when you play against Michael Jordan, you not only have to stand up to him physically, you have to stand up to him mentally, because he will torment you with his play. Just like that, in your face. See,
All balanced.
he looks for something to get him.
John was all balanced. Yup. You know we pulling that.
And so I knew, being the player that I am, you don't want to get him riled up. He already coming to play, but if you start talking noise to him, he's going to take you to another level. He's going to take his game to another level.
We know over the years he's expressed that he always respected you as somebody that guarded him. And I thought, you know, you guys had that kind of relationship where he did show you respect for the way you played him and how hard you played against him. Did you ever have that one with him where you felt like he's about to snap, I better back off?
The Bulls had made short work of their first two playoff opponents, but they knew that the Eastern Conference Finals would be different, because in this long-awaited series, they would be pitted against their most bitter adversary. In last year's playoffs,
This when the Knicks was good.
had physically punished the Bulls.
In the 90s was the last time the 90s was the last time the Knicks was good. It's crazy, man. Come on, Knicks, I gotta get right, man.
We understand that in order for us to get into a championship, that we have to go through Chicago, and we understand come Sunday it's going to be an all-out war. I played very well that first game against him. I'm a very competitive person, as everybody knows.
Michael Jordan was the ultimate test, and John Starks would step up and accept the challenge.
is he reads MJ real well. He has studied films on Michael Jordan because he's playing him better than I've ever seen anybody play him.
Jordan high on the right side, turns, there's a quick jumper, and he put up a The Knicks are flat outplaying Chicago at both ends right now.
With Starks containing Jordan, the Knicks gained confidence with every play. Fittingly, it was Starks who would close out Game 2 and emphatically stake New York to a 2-0 series lead.
Starks goes baseball.
That's the clip I seen. Definitely rolls up. That's tough. He definitely rolls up. That's tough.
What a play by Starks with the spark. That play should just about finish off the Bulls.
And at the end of the game, I went up to him. I said, "You ain't get Mr. Jordan out of me tonight." I think in game number 3 in '93, where we got into a little scuffle in Chicago, he thought that I was trying to attack his sore wrist. I guess he had a problem with his wrist at the time, and I slapped at the ball and hit his wrist by accident. And I think he was so frustrated what was going on, obviously coming off of the big media blitz about him going to Atlantic City the night before Game 2.
And of course, that much talked about visit to an Atlantic City casino by Michael Jordan on Thursday. Before the assembled media that has been covering the Knicks Bulls series, Jordan gave his version of the trip.
It's attacked in my private life, and I really didn't like it, and I don't agree with it. But I felt a need to come out and express that and tell the truth so you guys can quit hallucinating and taking it further than what it is.
And I think it just kind of boiled over into that whole altercation.
I think he was disgusted with what happened, and Michael had to respond.
Michael could make things up to motivate himself. We didn't have to make anything up here. This was real.
And they ended up kicking me out the game for whatever reason. I'm not sure why, but they kicked me out the game. And I remember, the media coming up to me and, asking me questions about what happened and what have you. And so I just went into, I didn't play against Michael Jordan long enough, and I know when he agitated, and he pretty much just agitated over what went down, with the media and them reporting that he went to Atlantic City and what have you. And so I can remember Patrick coming to me that single night, and Michael called him and told him that, "Tell John I'm sorry for that." He apologized, because he appreciated what I said.
I stay up to 2:30 in the morning myself, watching TV, and some guys, may like to go out. But like I said, that's his business and it shouldn't be publicized.
So that's all it was. He was just frustrated about what was going on. And I wish he would have said it in person, but, sending it from this fella, that was good enough.
The Bulls had been ignited, and even more ominously, Michael Jordan was about to be unleashed.
Michael Jordan off to a good start, showing the sign.
Held down by the Knicks through the first 3 games of the series, Jordan would be shackled no longer.
Michael firing over and score! Michael back to the deck. the three. Why not? He's unconscious today.
Michael with a dribble against Rivers. Michael down the lane.
Good work, bro.
When Jordan's onslaught was complete, he had scorched the Knicks for 54 points.
Michael Jordan with 54 of the Bulls' 105 points. He accounted for 51% of the offense.
We used to get scouting reports on certain guys, and you look at the scouting report and they say, well, you can take your right hand away.
You knew like to go with certain people. And then with Jordan, I think you said it just said good luck. Good luck. Yeah. That's it. That's all it said.
Yeah, good luck. On him, it's just like, good luck.
Nah, that's crazy.
And obviously, he was the ultimate competitor to play against.
So he was special in that way, yeah. Plus, he had a will like no other player that I ever played against. Certain guys I can get to mentally, but him I could never get to mentally. And believe me, I tried my best. But, you know, he was that special player that you couldn't break his will. You know, if anything, you're just taking them to another level.
I can remember, you know, doing when he retired, and Scottie Pippen had a All-Star benefit game in Chicago, and he was having a hard time selling tickets. This is in '95, the summer of '95, and he talked Michael into playing. And as soon as he announced Michael was playing, the tickets sold out in an hour.
Michael had a game-high 52 points and leading his team to a 187-150 victory.
The fans not only welcomed Jordan back, they also got their first chance to see him go one-on-one with Pippen.
He found himself matched up against Scottie Pippen.
What y'all saw today with he and I, it's been going on in practice every day, you know, when I was playing against him.
It was kind of tough because I didn't want him to embarrass me out on the court, but, you know, Michael's one of the greatest players that ever played the game, and it's tough to shut him down.
And I can remember I'm on Michael's team, which I was thankful for that. I'm playing on his team, and Scottie called himself stacking the team against him. And he said before he went out, just give me the ball and move out the way. So he was on the court, and everybody gave him the ball, and him and Scottie were one-on-one for the majority of the whole game. And he lit Scottie up for like 55 points.
He had dropped in 52 points.
I hadn't played all summer, so I've been working out for the last 3 or 4 days just trying to get my wind back and get some of my touch back. You know, anytime that I want to pick up a basketball and go back out and play, I can do that.
And if there's any doubt that Michael could come back at the top of his game, well, his performance put all of those doubts to rest. It was one of the most incredible things that I've ever seen in my life. A guy could not play basketball for that long, practice 3 days, and then have 52 points.
Jordan's appearance guaranteed a packed house for Pippen's charity event,
different.
but it meant a lot to him personally as well.
I really didn't have an opportunity to play my last game in Chicago Stadium. I played it in Phoenix. And what I did at the end of the game in terms of kissing the floor goodbye was truly what that was. It was an opportunity to say goodbye to the stadium as well as to my opportunities of playing in the stadium. And it meant a lot to me. It's given me a lot. And it's a mutual love and mutual understanding. And, you know, it's just time to move on.
It went up to him in charity game. And mind you, he's been playing baseball. He stepped out on the court. And he told Scottie, don't you ever stack the team against me again. But that's, you know, you get to witness his greatness. That's what made him great. When you're playing against him, you know, you just in the mix and you concentrating on trying to beat him. But the one spot that I really enjoyed when he was talking about him and, you know, and he had to take a break. Yeah, I'm not sure if y'all remember that. He had to take a break because he was tearing up.
Emotional, yep.
It is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality. If you don't want to play that way, don't play that way. Break.
Yeah, you got
Speaks
emotional
volumes.
about it because to me, I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, okay, he feel like he was misunderstood as a player. Now you really understand what made him such a great player, and his passion for the game, his level of competitiveness that he had during his time.
He's always thinking ahead, and you could just see, and his mind is always working, you know what I mean? And I would say this, he probably was the best fundamentally sound superstar that I done played against. You know, from the standpoint of, he didn't do a lot, he just got the spots on the court. You know what I mean? It's just like a surgeon. He just get over here, I want to get a shot there, pump fake you, take 1 or 2 dribbles, I'm gonna get to that spot. Right. You know what I mean? And so, you never see him, hardly see him take a bad shot. Right. You know, always on balance. He was just fundamentally sound. I think that's why the game was so easy to him.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please help me out by hitting that like.
And that's the end of this one, y'all. John Starks on Michael Jordan's hilarious trash talk, man. If you enjoyed this Michael Jordan reaction, make sure you click on the last Michael Jordan reaction on your screen right now. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Make sure you tell me which one to react to next and turn on post notifications. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this one too, man. And I'm out of there. Links in the description.